Good morning, everybody. Shift your mindset here. At least here it's morning. I hope you're doing all well. And I'm excited for this new episode because it's about how to trust yourself or your feelings or your heart. Because in my opinion, my honest opinion, it's about the head and it's about the heart. And where do we make choices from? And to be quite frankly, in the beginning, there is no magic potion for us to take. But how can we trust ourselves and our feelings? Because we are raised in a high controlled religion. Maybe you're from another Christian high controlled religion, so you can relate to this, to the JWs. It's all about the head. Because in the Bible there's somewhere stated, I don't have it on the top of my mind, that your heart is treacherous. That we don't have to follow our heart because it's treacherous. So it's a opposite thinking that I'm proposing now. Because where did it brought you this far? The way of the JW religion. And it's called double thinking. And I googled it because it said it's a process of indoctrination in which subjects are expected to simultaneously accept to conflicting beliefs as truth. And what's double thinking inside the JW religion? It is about unconditional love from God, but opposite truth. He destroys you if you step out of the line. You have a free will, you can do whatever you want, but God knows what is best for you, and God knows before you do something. He knows before you do it, he knows already what you're gonna do. So choose wisely, people. Choose wisely. Do it the organization way. So that's double thinking. It's accept to conflicting beliefs as truth. And there are more examples, and maybe you have someone popped up in your head right now. Let me know it. But it's just to give a few examples of double thinking within the JW religion. And our mind knows the how to do something, but our heart knows the why we do something or we want to do something. And I see my heart as a compass in life. It's giving me directions, the things I desire, the things I want, the road I want to travel. And we have learned quite the opposite. So it's a process, and it's sometimes a hard process to change that. Because your heart knows everything before your head comes into place. So they made that rule that our heart is treacherous. Why? Because when you know your heart well and you follow your feelings and you can sense your feelings and you're aware of your feelings, we come later to that in this video, then you can navigate through the world successfully. And they don't want you to navigate through life successfully. They want you to have fear and doubt. Those ingredients together, that toxic cocktail mix, is where the religion and high controlled groups are based on. They don't want you to navigate through life on your own. They want you to be dependent on them and swallow everything that they throw at you to stay obedient to stay fearful and doubtful, that you can't make it on your own. You need the organization for you to determine which route you have to take. So we are not raised up that we trust our inside, that we trust our feelings. So we are basically someone who can't trust ourselves, we can't trust other people because everything is Satan. We can only trust the organization. And if we go back in time, I had a lot of moments I stuffed down, but my feelings or my heart was speaking to me. Because there were some changes made in the organization. And I thought, nah, I don't believe that's the purpose of Jehovah. God is love. Why would we shun our family members who just take another route in life? They are still your son, still your daughter, still your mother, your father, whatever. And they just don't believe anymore in some things the organization tells them. There are a lot of people out there who still believe in Jehovah, or still believe in Jesus Christ, or still believe in the Bible. And they just don't believe in the direction of the governing body. Nowhere in the Bible Jesus stated that we have to follow an organization or that there's a governing body. The whole term governing body is never mentioned in the scriptures. So it's your birthright. You have a free will to choose whatever you want. And if it's not harming someone, why are you then persecuted by your own family and your organization? Why can't we just be friends and respect each other's decision because you're not harming anybody at the moment? So also a thing is, I was praying a lot, but never was my prayer answered. Never. Or this rule, this new rule, feels odd. I can't explain it, but it feels odd. And that's also a sign that your heart is speaking to you, that there's something off, and you just feel it. You can feel it in your body, you can sense it, it's just there. And that's because as a kid we studied instead of we were playing. We were going into ministry not knowing what we are saying to the neighbors or people at the doorstep, but we are just programmed and we learned it from our mind, our head. We're just repeating what we learned, what we saw, what we read, what we did. But there was no joy. And joy and all those things come from your heart, because the only thing we're here for is to enjoy life, to love other people. Example, what God has given us. God is love. We're a resemblance of God, so we also love, we also joy. Why can we smile? Because God, whatever you want to call it, gave it to us to enjoy life. Why can we have a sexual relationship with someone? To enjoy it, to get a deeper connection with each other, to share something special with each other. But in the organization, you're not allowed to enjoy sex. It has to go this way, this way, this way, and you can do this, and you can do that, and you can do whatever. But they're withdrawing, they're pulling out all the fun of things in life. And I see it as a false self and a true self. And the false self is your head and the thinking you do here and just processing everything. And your true self is the feelings you have. And we are learned to stuff that true self down. Because who I am is not wrong. Who I am is not a bad person. But JWs tell you that you're not good enough, and we change into a robot. And a robot has no feelings. It's just processing what's put in the robot. So we are stuffing down our feelings. So it's sometimes a challenge for us, for me, for you, to get in touch with your feelings again. And that was also one of the things my wife said to me, that you show not much emotion. What's wrong with you? You are always flat. And sometimes it's good to be the silent type, or not bothered by situations. If we're in danger, it's good to have someone who's calm and stuff like that. But there's not much of, also in the joy part, there was not much of me that I shown to other people, that I was having a good time, that I have feelings of joy and stuff like that. So it's, for us, it's, for being authentic, we have to dig deep inside of us again to get those feelings up again, to resurface. Because we are used to putting on a mask to change behavior, and now we are free. And we were so brave for breaking out. And now you can let it go. You have the opportunity now in life to let go and get in touch with your feelings again. But how do you know that you are in touch with your true self? That your feelings are speaking instead of our programmed mind. If we are stuck in something, anxiety or fear, it's mostly our head. Because in your heart you have a deep, deep knowing of things. And it's easiest to say that if you feel the need to do something, but it can be scary because you never did it, then that's a good indicator for that your feelings are speaking to you. For me, it was when I moved to another country. I had a home with a mortgage. My wife had a home in Italy with a mortgage. I wanted to sell my house before we bought a house in South Africa, because that's the normal thing to do. But I called a real estate agent in the Netherlands, and they only had an appointment in the week that we were flying to South Africa. I said, okay. So I was thinking, oh yeah, and then my old mind came on my head. I was thinking, yeah, but my house has to be sold, because then I know how much I have, and then I know how much I can spend in South Africa, and blah, 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 blah. So my mind went on and on and on. And at a certain point, I let it go. I did something what was scary, but I had that urge in me, that feeling that I had to do this. So we flew to South Africa. I signed the OTP, the offer to purchase. and there are consequences on signing an OTP. And I never hesitated a moment to do that. The old me would have hesitated and not done it. So I had 3 houses with my wife instead of moving to another country and have 1 house. And as some people know, the house in the Netherlands was sold so beautifully above asking price, and it was exactly above asking price, was exactly the amount I needed for the house in South Africa. Almost to the dollar, exactly that amount. And it it would always stuck in my mind because they bid above the asking price. And that amount was exactly the amount I needed in South Africa. So that was for me an eye-opening thing. I did something what was scary, but I felt that I needed to do this. I had that strong feeling that I had to do it. And going outside of your comfort zone is always scary because it's unknown territory. It's like the abyss. You don't know what's happening. But if you feel that you need to take that step, although it's scary, take it because you will be rewarded for it. I'm the living proof of that. So, see where things take you is my advice. Don't get stuck in the mud, but see where it takes you. The second thing, how you know it's your feelings speaking, is when you are honest to yourself. Because when you're honest to yourself and also automatically honest to other people, then you're coming near your heart. Your head is maybe, I love my parents because that's how we raised. That's about society around me. We have to love our parents because it's our parents, blah, blah, blah. But your heart is maybe saying, I love my parents, but I don't like them. They are toxic. Every time I've been to my parents' house, I feel drained of energy. They're always negative. Everything I do, they say, oh no, why did you do that? And you have to do this, and you have to do that, and you have to go to that college, and you have to do, oh no, you have to do better work or whatever. So your mind says, yeah, I have to love my parents because they gave me birth and I owe them my life and blah, blah, blah. And that's how we are raised maybe. But your heart is telling you that something is off. I love them, but I don't like them. I don't want to be around them too much. That is your intuition. That is your heart speaking. So be honest about how you feel. And that's an important one, because then also you're creating boundaries, and boundaries are healthy because then you know what's happening inside of you. Third one is how you know you're closer to your heart is when you pay attention to your own body. Because your own body is a good indicator. If I go into that situation, how is my body reacting? How are your senses? Do you have tension somewhere? If I have tension, it's between my shoulder blades. And if I go back and think, okay, since when do I have tension? Okay, yesterday evening. Okay, where was I? What was I doing? And if you were at a certain point, or you were at your friend's house or whatever, and every time you visited your friend, you have tension. So it tells you that Because your body is reacting to situations in life. So it's a good indicator to know what your feelings telling you. And be honest about your feelings. And the best thing for me that I'm knowing that I'm close to my heart is when I am on the lookout for the shoots in my life. I should visit him. I should do this. I should do whatever. Every time when I'm saying to myself, I should do this, is for me a good indicator that I'm going away from my feelings. Because I should go and visit, example, my parents. But you said, I should. But go inside yourself and feel if that's what you want. Or do you feel an obligation? So you're doing something you don't really want to do, but you say to yourself that you have to do it. And that's not what's about in life. Because then you go pleasing other people again. So if you don't want to visit someone, just go into conversation with yourself. What's in it for me? Why am I doing this? So the shoots are important indicators that you do something and 9 out of 10 you don't want to do them. So don't do them at that time. Maybe on another occasion you want to do it, or you want to go somewhere, or you want to visit someone. But yeah, I'm busy now, but I should visit him because it's already 4 weeks that he asked me to come by and stuff like that. But then you're neglecting your own feelings and your heart. And the last one is more activities. Go out and do new things. I went horse riding the other day. I never wanted to horse riding. My wife's about horses and stuff like that. And I went horse riding. It was scary for me because I'm a big guy, so I also had to have a big horse. And the horse of my wife was running with it very fast, and my horse reacts to the horse in front of him, so he also starts running like a madman. And I'm no professional in that, no way. So it was a scary experience sometimes for me, because I could fall off easily. I managed, but it introduced me to a new experience. And after that, my butt hurts, but I had the time of my life. Horse riding on the beach, it was fantastic. It's a new experience. I'm gonna do it again. Plus, I met a lot of nice people also. People who were caring for horses. We exchanged some information. We also want to keep more animals here. So my support network of people also grew. So you interact with new people. You have something in common. You're doing the same thing at that moment. So go out and experience new things in life. We've never had the chance to experience things because it was always ministry, going to the meetings, study, research, blah, blah, blah. Now you are the CEO of your own life. So in a new activity, a new experience helps you to feel quicker what you're feeling right now, because the things you know are programmed things. So if you do something new, you feel the sensations in your body. I felt that I was holding the reins far too tight. Stuff like that. My body became stiff, so I loosened up, I relaxed, and I ride along with the pace of the horse. So you're more in touch with your feelings when you do new things, because you feel all those sensations, anxieties, whatever, you feel it much quicker and deeper inside of your body. Those are just a few tips to get in touch with your feelings, with your treacherous heart. And it's a good thing, people. So go out, meet new people, have some new experience, and get in touch with your feelings. Thank you for watching. See each other at the next episode.